Good evening, YouTube. Duty Ron reporting in on a Thursday evening. Very, very bad weather here. First of all, I want to say welcome into all the live and replay viewers. Thank you for joining. Um, got got some updates on the Vetrano case. Got got some updates on Vetrano case, but I've got a new breaking story to talk to you guys about. Hi, Amy. How are you? First one in. Amy, you're the first one here. How are you this evening? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Hello, True Crime Truth Finders. Thank you so much for coming in. Terrible, terrible night for news. Really disturbing, um, disturbing information happening out of New York here. One of our one of our police foundations that support fallen police officers. Um, the the actual treasurer of that fund was caught bilking $410,000 from the fund. So really, really bad. Hi Dana, how are you? Good to see you. Winky, good to see you. Hello Eileen, great to see you, Eileen. Laura is here. TTNZ, thank you so much for coming in from New Zealand. Greatly, greatly appreciate that. Jenny is here. Jen B, thank you so much for coming in. Winky, always a pleasure to have you in. So guys, I'm gonna wait for a few more people and I'm gonna invite onto my social. So give me 2 seconds, get comfortable, grab yourself something to drink and hang out. Hello Hio, good to see you Hio, thanks for joining. So let me do this real quick. Hold on. What do we got going on here? Nevada cop. Oh, Reno, Nevada cop, mom. All right, Linda, hang around. You're going to be disgusted when you hear this story. This one's horrific. This is not a good one. So let me just create a post here. I gotta invite some of my troops. Let everybody know what I'm doing. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, all right, I just sent that out. Yeah, man, really bad situation. Hello, Josh, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. I'll give you, hi, Nikki Mac, how are you? Nikki Mac, what's up? So I'll give you updates on the Vetrano case at the end of this, but just to give you guys a quick overview of today's events in the Karina Vetrano trial. Two of the people who called 911 on this perpetrator, on this person who committed this crime against her. Two of the people, one was a lieutenant from the police department and another one was a business owner. So those two 911 calls were played in court today, and also they put both of those people on the stand. So the prosecution questioned them and then obviously the defense questioned them. Hello from Sydney, Australia. Thanks for joining. What name is coming up from me? Anyways, so here we are. Here we have it. Oh, okay. I was mistaken you for Veggie Vibes. Hello, Veggie Girl. Okay, so that's Veggie Girl. I mistook her for Hio. I apologize, Veggie Girl. Oh my God. Not that I'm totally embarrassed because Veggie Girl and Veggie Vibes are two very similar names. So I mistook you for Hio, one of the guys that comes in here. So I got you, Veggie Girl. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Veggie Girl. Hi. Sorry about that. Black Rose, welcome in. Thanks for joining. Hello from Sydney, Australia. Good to see you. All right. Yeah, I mistook. Look at the screen name, Josh. Look at Veggie Girl and Veggie Vibes. It was just similar. Just I saw the veggie and I assumed that it was him. So I apologize. Anyways, so let me play you guys a clip. I'm gonna play you guys a clip I'll give you a quick synopsis on what happened. Okay, so a woman by the name of Lorraine Shanley, Shanley, Lorraine Shanley, 68 years old. She's a resident of Staten Island. She's the survivor of the Shield treasurer, volunteer treasurer. In other words, she didn't get paid for her services, but she's been around the survivors of the Shield. Hi, Pat. Hi, Zelda. She's been around the survivors of the Shield since 2010. And I personally have met her myself. I've seen her at Widows and Children's. The survivors of the Shield has a dinner. They take families of slain New York City police officers, their children, the widows, the husbands who are left, widowed, and they take them on trips. And all of the money in the survivors of the Shield are funded by New York City police officers. I used to do payroll donations to that fund. I've donated to it. I've, been around it for a long time. So Survivors of the Shield is an organization that gives money to families of slain New York City police officers. It's a great organization. It's been around forever. It's not affiliated with the New York City Police Department. It's a separate entity, but it gets donations in part from New York City police officers. So they get about $1.9 million from donations from NYPD police officers. 5,500 officers donate every year to the Survivors of the Shield through like payroll deductions and things of that nature. So it's a fund that helps our own. It's us helping our own through the SOS, Survivors of the Shield. They even have New York State license plates for Survivors of the Shield members. So this woman, Lorraine Shanley, 68 years old of Staten Island, has been accused of bilking $410,000 from the fund. She was caught by the current president of the fund, who happens to be a retired New York City police officer, and I worked with her myself. Her name is Kathy Vigiano, and she discovered this this shortfall in money and couldn't figure out where it all went. She hired an accountant and an attorney from 2010 until 2017. So 7 years, Josh, 7 years. Horrible, right? So she's been bilking money from the fund for 7 years. 7 years, guys. Disgusting, disgusting. Hey, how are you, Guadalupe? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Ramon, thank you so much for being in here. I saw that you sent me a message, but I was live already, so I couldn't answer you. Veggie Girl, very terrible. So let me play a clip for you guys. Real quick. This is from one of the news medias here. So let me play this clip for you guys.
Other news of the day, we're going to begin with a woman accused of stealing more than $400,000 from a charity. That money was supposed to help families of NYPD officers killed in the line of duty. Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett is live at the federal courthouse in Lower Manhattan, where she just faced a judge. NJ.
That's right, Liz, outside U.S. District Court here in Lower Manhattan, where the woman, Lorraine Shanley, 68 years old from Staten Island, has just appeared before the judge. I want to go to some video that was made by Eyewitness News photographers just moments ago as Ms. Shanley left District Court here. She is a grandmother from Staten Island, Liz, charged with bank fraud and aggravated identity theft. That is the legal language for it. Specifically, she's accused of embezzling nearly $500,000 from survivors of the Shield. That's a charity to benefit widows and children of NYPD officers who died in the line of duty. Federal prosecutors say Ms. Shanley was the charity's volunteer treasurer. According to court papers from 2010 to 2017, she embezzled $410,000. She apparently spent it on things like landscaping outside her Staten Island home, private school tuition for a grandchild, $32,000 for her own dental expenses, $8,000 for event tickets, including $1,400 in concert tickets to see Barbara Streisand. All of that according to prosecutors. They say she forged checks and drew them on the account, again totaling $410,000. Now that amounts to 20% of the total amount of money raised by the charity in the 7 years that she was treasurer. She made no comment, as you saw a moment ago, as she left the courthouse. If she's convicted, she could face up to 30 years in federal prison. Live at U.S. District Court in Lower Manhattan, NJ Burkett, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
This is Casper, the company bringing back.
Okay, so you guys get the idea there. You get the idea. She bilked $410,000 from police officers' wives and husbands who are widowed and children over a 7-year period. Now, this is a woman who was very well respected throughout the law enforcement community. There's pictures. I could show you pictures of her with the police commissioner, with several high-ranking officials over the course of the years. She was very trusted, very trusted. Hello, good to see you, Sonia. Thanks for joining. Only 30 years. She should get life in prison, but unfortunately, she's going to do federal time because she's being charged for federal crimes with, banking fraud. Now it becomes a felony. So she is going to be charged with federal crimes, guys. So serious business. This is serious business, guys. So I'm just going to pull up a Daily News article and I'm going to read it to you guys. I'm going to read this Daily News article to you guys. Let me get this up onto my standby. So let's get this up and running. Hello, yes, I agree. She should be locked up. Okay, so let me go up to the top of this. This is a Daily News article. Okay, charity volunteer for slain NYPD officers embezzled $410,000 and spent it on dentistry, landscaping, and Barbara Streisand tickets. What's up, Matty boy? This is something that you probably know about. This is something you know about. Right, that's her in the back of her car after she left Manhattan Federal Court today. She was in court today. She fleeced New York's finest. A greedy charity volunteer spent nearly $500,000 donated by NYPD cops for families of slain officers on herself and the legal defense of her son, convicted of manslaughter in a Midtown hit and run, prosecutors charged. Lorraine Shanley served as a volunteer treasurer of Survivors of the Shield from 2010 to 2017. During her tenure, she spent $410,000 in donations on personal expenses, including her son's legal bills, her grandchild's private school tuitions, dentistry, landscaping for her Staten Island home, and Barbara Streisand tickets, according to the criminal complaint. Lorraine Shanley allegedly capitalized on tragedy and monetized people's generosity. She monetized on people's generosity. Manhattan U.S. Attorney Bergman said, as alleged, Shanley stole over 20% of the donations to a charity whose sole mission is to help families of NYPD officers killed in the line of duty. Authorities said that during the 7 years Shanley, who is 68 years old, during the 7 years she volunteered on the Survivors of the Shield, they received $1.9 million in donations, almost all coming from NYPD employees such as police officers. An average of 5,500 NYPD employees donate each year to the fund. If true, these allegations constitute deep violation of trust of those whose generosity donate to help police families going through heartbreak and tragedy. The NYPD said in a statement, the department does not endorse any one charity raising money for slain police officers, families one over the other. Shanley's husband, Officer Thomas Shanley, died of a heart attack. So this woman's husband died of a heart attack on the job in 1986. So her husband died in 1986 as a police officer, had a heart attack. Her Twitter profile indicates that she comes from a family of police officers, attends NYPD events, and regularly hobnobs with high-ranking officials. She also served on the executive board of the New York City Police Museum. So this is a woman who, I mean, her own husband died as a police officer on the job, and she stole from the fund that was there. This is a picture of her right here, guys. That's a picture of her in the red dress. This hurt because we trusted her, said Survivors of the Shield President Kathleen Vigiano. And now, Joey, I see you're here, Joey. Kathy Vigiano, that's the widow of Joe Vigiano and her brother-in-law John Vigiano. She is the president of the Survivor of the Shield. Hi, Rose. Kathy Vigiano discovered this injustice and brought these charges against her with a lawyer. So Kathy Vigiano, Joe, I spoke about her and her husband. Her husband was killed in the World Trade Center. She's a retired New York City police officer. And Kathy Vigiano, a former cop, said that this woman betrayed our trust, and I think she should go to jail. Kathy Vigiano, who I personally know, I know her personally. Hello, Kerry, Chem Spice, I see you figured out how to get in on the chat. Kathy Vigiano, a former cop, says she betrayed our trust, and I think she should go to jail. Vigiano, 55, whose husband died while rescuing victims of the World Trade Center on 9/11, emphasized that the charity is a legitimate organization devoted to a good cause. Vigiano became president of the Survivorship Shield in August of 2018. The previous board voluntarily dissolved. And I think the reason the previous board dissolved is because they knew that there was some kind of fraud going on. The previous board voluntarily dissolved and reached out to the Justice Department after they realized some kind of fraud had occurred. The charity's money was frozen by the IRS and the federal prosecutors investigating the case. We knew something was wrong, said Vigiano, so we hired an attorney and froze all our hardship funds until we could figure out exactly what went wrong. So this woman, this is a picture of her grandson who was on parole. She used slain police officers' money to try to hire an attorney for her grandson to fight a case. So that's terrible. Terrible. This woman is a real piece of garbage. She was presented before the court today and was released on $100,000 bail. I wonder where she got that $100,000 bond. I wonder where she got that $100,000 bond. It better not have been any of that police department money for the widows. Here's a picture of her over in the police museum. She used to be the president of the New York City Police Museum, and that's a picture of one of the cars inside that police museum. Vice President of the Survivors of the Shield is James Smith. His wife was Officer Miora Smith, who was killed in the World Trade Center. She was the only female police officer to be killed in the World Trade Center. So he's the vice president, and Kathy is the president. Yeah, a bond, no, the bond couldn't come, Sam, from that. She probably put her house up for bond. You could put, property up. So she probably put her house up for bond. The bond came probably from her home. They wouldn't allow that, guys. They wouldn't allow that. Anyways, really, really disturbing news. Disturbing, guys. Terrible. Terrible news. Like, it is beyond reproach. You steal money from slain police officers, families. This goes to the kids for Christmas time. It goes to hardships if a widow can't afford to pay the bills because of the lost income. She's going to be in federal prison. She's going to be in federal prison, Kerry. So she's going to get what's coming to her, and I hope that she gets exactly all 30 years. I hope she gets sentenced to 30 years and does every day of those years, because what she did is a disgrace to her husband, who died in the line of duty. This woman's husband died in the line of duty. Think about it, guys. Terrible. Terrible. So I am going to get on the phone tomorrow and I'm going to call Vigiano. I'm going to call Kathy and I'm going to talk to her about this. I'm going to get her take on this because I'm sure that the news is not reporting the whole thing. Ali C, I do remember that fake 911, 9/11 lady who claimed the husband was in the tower. She's complete batshit crazy, completely nuts. Let me see what Trevor said. Ron, can they get a lien on her house to help pay back what she stole? Yes, yes, they can. They can. They can. Her husband is rolling and turning over in his grave. He is disgusted with her. She took, you heard what the news reported, she took money and paid for landscaping in her house, Barbara Streisand tickets, her grandson's tuition at a private school. I mean, come on, come on. So she wrote out checks on her own. She wrote out checks on her own from the fund, slowly but surely. She wrote out these checks, and the rest is history. Terrible, terrible, really bad. Yeah, rip all of her teeth out. Rip all of her teeth out. Freaking awful, man. Awful. Greed isn't even the word, man. It's like, that's like vicious, man. That is wicked, you know? So the president of the Survivors of the Shield, I happen to know personally. I have her cell phone in my phone. I'm going to call her tomorrow. I'm going to actually text her first. I'm going to text Kathy Vigiano. I'm going to text her and see what she has to say. Yes, they're going to do whatever they can to get that money back from her, whether she has it or not. So her husband's pension's not guaranteed. You see, when a police officer dies in the line of duty, you don't get his pension for the rest of your time. You get his full pay for 3 years, and then you get a certain amount of money from life insurance from the city of New York and from the union. But everybody thinks that you just get the money for the rest of your life, and that's not how it goes. So that's why there's these organizations that help defer these costs. They help to defer the costs. So it isn't as straightforward as everybody thinks. So, but when I saw this news story tonight, I saw red. I went completely, I was so pissed because I didn't meet this woman, but I was in the same room with her. You know, I was in the same room with her. Stealing's already bad enough. Nothing that can be said to make, yeah, it's terrible, Lisa Marie. This is the lowest of low. This is the lowest of low. Hi, Mel from Australia. Good to see you. As someone who has just had about every male in the family being a cop, this disgusts me. Exactly, exactly. So I have a couple of more articles to play about this woman, but I may want to spare you guys this. But really dirty, really disgusting, you know, really bad. It's just a total dirtbag. Total dirtbag. Like, how could you sleep? How could you sleep at night? You know? Yeah, this just came out today. This just came out today. Yeah, no, I agree, Kerry. I agree. But that's not how it is. I know that through experience, unfortunately. I know that through experience. I know how that goes. Man, I'm 68. It would be unreal. My husband died in service to our country. I would not be able to live with myself. Exactly. Well, you know what? The difference between you and her, Black Rose, is that you're a good person. You're honest and you're trustworthy. Everybody thought that she was honest and trustworthy because that's why she had that position. She had the position in the Survivors of the Shield as a voluntary. She didn't get paid for it, but she did that as a volunteer to do the books. And she was entrusted with the funds. She wrote out the checks and forged them and cashed them, thinking that nobody would find out. Hello, Chrissy. Good to see you, Chrissy. Thanks for joining. Thank you for joining. How is the volume on the? How is the volume on that on that video. Was the volume okay on that video, guys? She has stolen before. I don't know. I don't think she has stolen before. But they're going to do a full investigation on it. They're going to do a full investigation. There won't be a death penalty. First of all, they don't have a death penalty in New York. We don't have a death penalty. But they're going to do a full investigation and check. She's only been involved with the fund for 7 years. So she's only had her hands in it from 2010 until 2017. So thank you so much, Josh, for the super chat. Thank you, thank you. The volume was spot on for me. Excellent, excellent. You know, some people have to adjust volumes, but I have it set at the proper level, I feel. I think I have it set at the proper level. Yes, Kerry, it is federal. When you write out checks and forge checks through the banks, it becomes federal because the FDIC is involved. So it's a federal crime. She was in Manhattan because it's the federal, she was in Manhattan federal court. So if she gets charged with 30 years, she will get sentenced, and she will do every drop of that 30 years. So whatever she does, thank you, Joe Schmo, thank you. Whatever she does, she cannot get out on 15 years good behavior. The feds don't do that, Josh. The only time you can get on a good behavior is if you get regular state time or local time. So if you get charged federally, you do every ounce of that time. There's no federal parole. There's no parole. So that's the good news. She's going to get right up the pooper. So that's the only good thing. Ron, can they get a lien on a house? Yes, that's old. That's an old one. They can. They will look to get restitution paid. Restitution is going to get paid to the families. Kerry, thank you so much for that generous super chat. Kerry, Kim Spice is a great friend of mine. She is in my line of work. She's a professional in the law enforcement area. And guys, everyone, please give thanks and praise to her, and thank you for your service that you continue to do, and always good things to you, Kerry. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for that generous super chat. Thank you. Bless you. Bless you. So yeah, guys, if you're not subscribed to Kim, give her a follow. Kim Spice, right there. That's her first name is Kerry. She's a great girl, and we became friends on Periscope, but we're also friends through the bond of the brotherhood and the sisterhood of the blue. Thank you for that. That was awesome. Completely not necessary, but thank you so much. Awesome. That'll help pay for this. Look, Kerry, look at what I got. I went to the Vetrano trial on Monday, and I had my PBA cards and my business card from the warrants on the dashboard, and I still got a ticket from a brownie, $95. And you know what they wrote on the ticket? You know what he wrote in the ticket? This was a meter maid. PBA card on dashboard, and they still wrote the ticket. I'm going to show you this. Here you go. Hopefully you can see this. PBA card on dash. Could you imagine that? $95, $95 ticket. So that takes care of half of that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, what a real piece of work. I'd love to get a hold of that guy or girl. I'd love to get a hold of him and give him a piece of my mind. That's a real scumbag right there. PBA card on dash. Last time I checked, when you have the card, that's when you're not supposed to be writing the tickets. Yeah, Edwin, this is what you're dealing with. This is what you're dealing with. Yeah, so not cool. So not cool. And I wrote a note on the back of my card. Hi, Cookie. Good to see you, Cookie. Cookie Hill, thank you for your support on Patreon. And let your husband know I sent out his envelope today. I sent out the envelope with the card in it. So it's on his way out to him. And Black Rose, your stuff's on the way as well. Your stuff is on the way. Yeah. So I went in to go to court to bring this case to you guys, and I got a $95 ticket. So you can't win. And they even give you an envelope to put it in. So I even got my own envelope to put it in. Son of a... Boom. What about if a person has state time? Oh, you're asking Melly Mel. The person who wrote the ticket didn't get in the police force. It's not a police officer. It's a traffic enforcement agent. It's a traffic enforcement agent. It's not a fellow cop. It's not a fellow cop. I'm going to pay it online. Yeah, I'm going to pay it online tonight. After I'm done with this broadcast, I'm going to pay it. I have 30 days to pay it. I have 30 days to pay it. So I figured, why would I can't contest it because I was parked in a, you're supposed to have a plaque. You're supposed to get a plaque. I've gotten tickets while I was on duty. I've gotten tickets while I was on duty. I agree, Edwin. I agree. I've gotten tickets on a department car while I was on duty. So, we've had cars at court towed by traffic, NYPD, undercover, unmarked cars. If it's a legit ticket, we pay. I'm paying it. I'm going to pay it. It's my fault. I'm not blaming anybody. It was my fault. NYPD traffic agents, biggest ball breakers in the world. And then they wonder why when we stop them, we give them tickets too. So it's like a bad situation that goes on. Go do a burnout in front of traffic enforcement. They can't enforce that. They can only enforce parking. Parking tickets is all they can do. They're bona fide meter maids. Veggie Girl says that's steep. Yeah, 95 bucks. 95 bucks. It's a hell of a price to pay to park. It's a hell of a price to pay to park. On duty and in uniform. Yeah, so there you go. They are, Rose. They are. I agree 1,000%. They are. Guys, if you haven't shared it out with your followers or on social media, please put it onto social media. Put it out onto your Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook if you don't mind. Let's spread the word on this real piece of dirt. Lorraine Shanley, 68 years old, volunteer treasurer for the Survivors of the Shield. She is on our shame on you list. She is in the worst of the worst, Hall of Fame, Duty Ron's dirty laundry list. She's on the dirty laundry list. This piece of garbage, Lorraine Shanley, Shanley, is a real piece of work. I can't wait to go look at her Twitter. I won't put anything nasty on there, and I don't suggest that any of you guys do that either, but I want to go look at her Twitter feed and see what she's got going on. This woman just disgusts me. I wouldn't piss on her if she was on fire in front of me to put her out. If she was on fire in front of me, I wouldn't even piss on her to put it out. That's how angry I am. And I don't talk like this. You don't hear me speak about this. I'm still shaking my head. Wow. Yeah. Everybody subscribe to Joey BKLYN_67. Please, I beg of you, go and support my friend. He's trying to get up to that 1,000 subscriber mark. I want to try to get him monetized and ready to go on YouTube here. Even if he doesn't get monetized, if he could just get up into that 1,000 subscriber mark, I want to help get him there. So he's close, guys. And thank you to everyone who's subscribed. New subscribers to me, new subscribers to my friends, and all of my great people here. So please subscribe and follow all the good ones. This is a good group of people right here. We got Josh H over in Southern Cal, Northern Cal. He's instrumental in helping me put my website together, put this channel together, and all of my banners and all of this great stuff, all of my tweaks and my bells and whistles. I have Josh to thank for that. Matt Sully is a great friend of mine. His father was an NYPD captain. He served the city of New York for 30 plus years. He's now deceased and passed on to a better place. But Matt Sully comes from a long line of proud NYPD family. So his dad, like I said, was a retired NYPD captain. So please, guys, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. Good to see you, Cinnamon Hot Hot. Better late than never. Better late than never, that's for sure. Thank you for subscribing to Joey, Rainbow Zen. Rainbow Zen Kitty, I love that screen name. I gotta subscribe to you just because of that name. Where is that? Rainbow Zen Kitty. Go to channel. Subscribe. Got no subscribers. Now you got one. You got duty run. Now you got duty run. You better be on your best behavior. So thank you to Kerry again for the generous super chat. It's still there. That thing will be there for a while. So thank you to her for the super chat. Very generous, very kind. So I greatly, greatly appreciate that. So let me see if I can get Kelly in here and a couple of others. Stand by. Stand by while I do the honors. Guadalupe is here. This is going to take me 2 minutes. 2 minutes, people. Thank you, Paper Angel. Thank you so much. Thank you. No more tears, Ron. No more tears. No more tears. I wasn't crying. Maybe I was just whining a little bit. I might have been whining. I'm guilty of that. Maybe I was whining a little bit. Thank you, Paper Angel. Sonia, I appreciate it. Guys, if you're not subscribed to Sonia, that's Paper Angel ASMR. Go check her out. She's a super cool chick. She's awesome sauce. I give her the seal of approval. She does the ASMR stuff, you know, and very peaceful, very relaxing. Go check it out. It might not be for everybody, but I never thought it would be for me, but it actually relaxes me. I watch her replays all the time, and I'm into it. I think it's pretty cool, you know. So go check her out. She's really cool. Sonia, thank you for the super chat. Let's see. I'm going to invite the police commissioner. I'm inviting Bernard Carrick to this broadcast. If he shows up, please, everybody be on your best behavior. That is the former New York City police commissioner. So please, please, if he shows up, Bernard Carrick, let's all be let's be on our best behavior. You guys are all perfect anyways. You guys are awesome. I'm inviting all of my police friends. Just so you know, I'm now inviting all of my police friends. Thank you for subscribing to Joey, Lisa. I'm inviting all of my police friends right now, because they need to know about this. They need to know about this. So I'm inviting them all right now. Denise. Who else? Who else can I invite? Erica. Jim. Almost done, guys. This is exhausting. It's got to be a better way. Okay, that's it. All done. Sorry, guys. All right, I'm back. So, again, let's get back to the Karina Vetrano case. Let's talk about the Karina Vetrano case. So she, today in her trial, in the trial, the trial for her murderer, Chanel Lewis. Chanel Lewis, you're welcome, Paper ASMR. Thank you so much for that super chat. Chanel Lewis, who is charged with murder, first and second degree, sexual abuse, and he's the two witnesses they called up was the NYPD lieutenant who called 911, the NYPD lieutenant who called 911, and then the second civilian who called the very next day. So there was two phone calls made to 911 about this same kid, and he was wearing the same exact clothing 2 days in a row. And the second caller was a little bit more, how can I say it, a little more to the point, kind of like, hey, this guy is going into people's backyards and he's being very aggressive. So I'm going to try to pull up the audio on that if you guys want to hear it. And this is what was played today in court. So let me just do a quick search for it and I'll get it right up for you guys. I'll get it right up. Winky, you have to go. I have to answer back. Wait a minute, hold on. Winky. Hello all, I love you all, and I have to go. So I don't answer back, I'm sorry. I'm going to watch the replay. It's my mom's birthday. Oh, please, go and enjoy. Happy birthday to mom. I'll talk to you really soon. Can we hear the second 911 call? Yes, I'm gonna get it right now. Here we go. Let me just make sure this is it.
911, where's the emergency?
Okay, here we go. I got it, guys.
911.
All right, let's get this. Here we go. We're gonna play it now. This is a business owner. This is a business owner and resident of the same area. So it's a short clip, but just listen to it, guys.
Where's the emergency?
It looks like a kid, looks like he was robbing a house. Came out of the backyard, somebody's backyard.
What's the location?
In Howard Beach, New York. Right now he's sitting on the curb. He definitely don't belong there.
Okay, is he black, white, Hispanic, Asian?
He's black.
What's he wearing?
He's African American, white sweatshirt, black pants with a hood.
I'm sorry, what color is his shirt?
White sweatshirt, hoodie.
White sweatshirt and the white sweatshirt and the hoodie, or is the hooded sweatshirt?
Well, the hooded white hooded sweatshirt.
Okay, what color pants?
Black pants. And now he's sitting in front of the house. I've seen him going in and out of the backyard twice.
Okay.
It looks like there's a crowbar on the floor.
So they're going to be there as soon as possible, okay?
Somebody, my neighbor here, is telling me that he was walking around yesterday too.
He was also there yesterday?
Yeah, he was walking around yesterday over here.
Okay, sir. I'm definitely going to make a note of that. 911, where's the emergency?
All right, so as you guys can
like
hear,
kid,
that was the second call. That was the second day.
Came out of the back.
You know, so it was back to back. The lieutenant called in on the 30th of May, 2016, and then that was the 31st. So it was Memorial Day weekend, guys. Thank you for subscribing to Winky Whisper. She's awesome. She is super, super awesome. So thank you to everyone who's putting up the links. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to my Twitter and my Instagram, check out my Twitter and Instagram. Those are easy ways to get a hold of me. And I also have my website, dutyron.com, for everything law enforcement and everything that I speak about. I try to post links onto my website. and try to embed some of the links onto my website. Wow, that $49 super chat, that $49.99 super chat is staying up there a long time. So thank you to Kerry, Chemspice Kerry, for that generous super chat. Always, always appreciated. And thank you to Sonia for her generous donation as well. Thank you for that. Gotta go, says Edwin. Take care, buddy. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for joining. So these two 911 calls were put into evidence today, and both the Lieutenant Russo, and also this gentleman were brought up onto the stand, and they were cross-examined by the defense. I'm not sure what the defense could have cross-examined and said to them, but this was a 911 call about a suspicious person. He was in her neighborhood where he committed this murder, had no business being in that neighborhood, and was looking around and walking into people's backyards. So this kind of solidifies for me what his neighbors said. When he was arrested, guys, Chanel Lewis, when he was arrested, his neighbors in his area, they all said thank you to the police. Thank you for taking this guy away. He's just nothing but trouble. So he was terrorizing his neighborhood by walking into people's backyards, doing things that he wasn't supposed to be doing, and probably acting irrational or whatever he was doing. They were so happy that he was taken off the street. It gave them peace, they said. So, yeah. So if I live, listen, where I live here, guys, where I live, if I see somebody suspicious, I call 911, and I've followed people in my car that act suspicious many times. I'm living here 24 years. I'm in the same spot for 24 years, guys. I'm telling you, I'm not giving you a song and dance. I've followed people and called 911 on them. I've actually taken police action myself in my own neighborhood. In other words, I've made an arrest here in my own neighborhood. So, you know, think about it. When you have off-duty police officers or you have a police officer that lives across the street from you, you should thank your lucky stars that you have that, because you got a built-in security guy there that's looking out for your neighborhood all the time. You know, it's like built-in security guard 24/7 when he's home. You know, thank you for that, Black Rose. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, you know, when you have police that live in your neighborhood, that's just helping to keep it a little more safe, you know, keeping it a little more safe. They did get him, Rosemary. You mean you wish that they would have arrested him? He didn't commit any crime to get arrested. Exactly, Joe. So he didn't commit any crime, but what was good about that, he had no prior arrests, but he had a lot of disorderly conducts, a lot of urinating in public, and a lot of you know, quality of life stuff. He had no other arrests. Don't forget, he was 19 years old, going on 20 when he committed this crime. So, you know, he had a lot of summonses for open container, pissing, urinating in public. We have a retired police officer down the road, and the old fellow knows everything that goes on the block. Exactly. So that's why the lieutenant got involved in this, and thank God he did. If you see something, say something. And then the business owner, too, was alerted probably by the lieutenant about the suspicious guy. The lieutenant probably went into this guy's store and said, hey, if you see this guy around, call 911. And he saw him the next day and called 911. They got his name because of those 2 phone calls. And if they didn't have his name, he wouldn't have gotten arrested. He wouldn't have gotten arrested for the murder of Karina Vetrano. So it's good stuff. It's good stuff. This is why police always tell you, don't feel funny about calling the police. Because if you call the police and it's nothing, then it's okay. But if you call the police and it turns out to be something for the future or at the time, then it's great. No, Kerry, I didn't see a lot of supporters in court. I saw his parents, I saw his mother and his father, and I saw 100 men in black law enforcement there. I saw the president of 100 men in black law enforcement there. And the vetrano side was packed and the perp side was not packed. There was more reporters than supporters for him. There was more reporters on the perp side than family support for him. I was there on Monday. I have the proof. Ticket. So I took some pictures from inside the courtroom before court started. I don't know if you guys want to see that. I don't know if you'd be interested in that. But I did take some pictures of inside the actual courtroom. I'm not sure if you guys would see it. I was sitting on the police side. I was sitting on the victim side, Josh. I mean, was that a trick question? Was that a trick question you were trying to answer me? Do you think I'd sit on this fucking animal side? Do you think I'd be sitting on the side of this guy who murdered this woman? Was that a trick question? All right. Anybody want to see the pictures? Cookie says, let's see it. Sure, I want to see the pictures of you from the news leaning. What? Oh, you mean the news? You mean of me walking out? That's what you're saying. I'd have to pull that up on Twitter. Hello, Meg. Good to see you, Meg. Thanks for joining. Did you come in on the invite from Instagram? I think you did. I invited you on Instagram. Okay, let's get some photos. Okay, so this is the news guy. He was set up in the corner here with the cameras from CBS News, and Joey, this guy, his granddaughter is marrying Danny Sprague's brother. Danny Sprague, the sergeant I told you guys about, that him and his wife, he got abducted in Cancun by those thugs. This news reporter guy, well, he's a camera guy, knows Danny Sprague. Danny Sprague's brother is marrying his granddaughter, I believe, he said. So, what a small world is that? So this is inside the courtroom. I was sitting right in the first row. It says reserved for attorneys only. And there's a picture of the bench. That's the judge's seat right there. And then that's the chain where everybody walks in, right there. You can actually see the judge's name. You can see the judge's name, Michael Aloise. I don't know if you guys can see that, if it's focusing. See the sign up here? I don't know why it's not focusing. There you go. Okay, here's one of the whole courtroom. So that's the actual courtroom where the trial is going on. And then it has pictures of all past judges there. This is where the bad guy came out of, over here. There's a door right here. This is the corrections door right there. That's where he came out of. And he was sitting right, guys, he was sitting right here. He was sitting right there. This is the bench where I sat This is the row I sat behind in the second row, but I sat in the first. To take this picture, I was sitting in the second row. There we go. He's the prosecutor, it's not the lawyer, he's the prosecutor. Okay, so here's a picture of the jury box. You can't really see it, but where all the jurors sit is right there. Right where this podium is right here, the jurors are right in front of that. So naturally, I can only take those pictures when court wasn't in session. As soon as the judge came out, they said all cell phones have to be put off. You have to take the cell phones off. You know, you have to shut everything down. These were some of the news photographers outside of the courtroom. When you left and exited the courtroom, they were outside there. Set up like with their cameras. And yeah, I have them all uploaded to my Google Photos. And then there's the news trucks outside the courthouse, all the trucks set up. Yeah, the camera, there was strict instructions to the news guy. The Channel 2 news was the only news. They had to share it with all the other news outlets. But I heard the judge talk to him and said, hey, you cannot get even the back of the head of any of the jurors. You have to go over them. So he set that tripod up really high, and he guaranteed the judge and the sergeant that that he wouldn't even get the back of the head. It was a pretty big courtroom. It's a pretty big courtroom. I'm going to go there again next week. I'm going to go again. I'm going to go once a week until the verdict is read. So it's a pretty big courtroom. It's the largest courtroom in Supreme Court. It is the largest courtroom in Supreme Court because for obvious reasons. Hello, Linda. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. I'd have enough respect for Duty Ron to start stuff, even if she was in this chat. But I can't stand. Listen, don't even do me a favor. Just leave that alone. I mean, like you said, RN, you're always welcome to hang out here. But I don't even want that kind of conversation in my chat. If you respect me, don't put that stuff in the chat, because if I see it anymore, I'm going to have to block whoever puts it there. So I consider you a friend, and I don't want to have to do that. So don't even mention those people's names. Don't even put statements like that. If you can't stand someone, keep that to yourself, or tell me about it privately. I would respect you more if you'd send me that privately. I would actually not engage in it, but don't do it on my chat. Anyways, forget about that. I thought, so it was a lot. Yeah, it's a big courtroom. It's a really, really big courtroom. Good morning. How are you, Starlight Karaoke? Good to see you. Lisa, hello. Thank you for joining. So, hello from South Wales, over on the other side of the pond, Sassy says at Janet Williams, I'm blind in my right eye. So if I was to go on a date with you and I wasn't married, I would say, can I sit on the right side? So this way you don't see how ugly I am. Just kidding. I hope you took that as a joke, because that was just a joke. Just to try to lighten up the mood. I hope that came out the right way. Just a joke. It was just a joke. So I'm going to review the chat. Don't worry about it, Black Rose, but thank you for putting that out there. If everyone could just abide by that, I'd greatly appreciate it. Reminds me of my dad. There you go. If I remind you of your dad, I hope he was a good guy. I'm sure he was. I'm sure he's a great guy. Anyways, guys, So, the comment. Okay, gotcha. All right, guys. So what do we got going on? What do we got going on here? So yeah, so that's what's going on in the courtroom. That was what was going on in the courtroom. The prosecution brought up those two witnesses, and maybe even like a forensics expert of some sort. Yes, you can. When you block on YouTube, the person can't communicate at all. Can't leave comments in the chat. Can't leave comments after the video. It's a good system that they have. It's a good system. I've used it already quite a bit, so it works really well. It really works. It works really well. And if the comments get reported to YouTube, if they're really bad comments and they're legit, not good, YouTube takes swift action. It's not like Periscope. Trust me on that. Trust me on that one. You know me. I do my due diligence. So if you report comments for, anything bad, if someone puts something really bad in the comments, they get the katonk. They get the good katonk. Sherry's looking for instructions on how to put my pictures up on here. I'm old school and I can't figure it out. I don't know. Maybe someone might be able to help you out. Yeah, guys, hit the thumbs up button, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. If you're new in here, let me know where you're watching from, your city and state, or your country, and I'll give you a shout out. I greatly appreciate. Oh, look, the super chat finally went away. It went away. Kerry, you got to do it again. I'm only kidding. Okay, I'll check it. I'll definitely check it, Josh. I'll check it. So New York does not have the death penalty. New York does not have the death penalty. It does not. So it's not in New York State does not have the death penalty enacted. It does not. So there's the instructions for you. There's the instructions for you guys to do that. To change pictures, it's pretty easy. It's pretty straightforward and easy. Ingleside, Texas. Welcome in, Texas. The great state of Texas is in the building, guys. Welcome in, Texas. So, hi, Duty Ron. New sub from Tarzana, California. Whoa, pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. Thank you for subscribing, KCC. Thank you. Louisiana, it has the death penalty. Yes, we know. Colorado has the death penalty. Arizona has the death penalty. Arizona has it, but they don't know how to use it. You better not cheat on me, Ron, says Paper Angel ASMR. I'm going to do my best to not cheat on you. I promise. I promise to be true to you. In good times and in bad. In sickness and in health. Till death do us part. Did we just get married? I can't do that. I can't do it twice. Yeah, man, that was bad. That was really bad. Arkansas has it too. I like it, guys. I am married. I'm married going on 28 years. I'll be married 28 years this weekend. My 28th wedding anniversary is this weekend, guys. I got a big Saturday night planned. I hope to get lucky on my 28th wedding anniversary. I got my fingers crossed to get lucky. I think the probability is pretty good. Thank you. But first I gotta pay this parking ticket. Thank you, Janet. Thank you. Yeah, she's really beautiful, my wife. She is. If you want to see pictures of me and my wife, you could go to my Instagram. There's a ton of them on there. Ton of them on Instagram. Nothing on Twitter, but go look at my Instagram and you'll see pictures of me and the missus. Texas definitely knows how to use the death penalty. That's for sure, Lisa Marie. That is for sure. 28 years yourself this coming November. Starlight, awesome. Starlight karaoke That is awesome sauce. Good stuff. Congratulations. Thank you, Cinnamon Hot Hot. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys. Sherry says, I am 36 years old. Are you saying that you're available and 36 years old? Or you've been married for 36 years? Married for 40, says Terry Woods. Congratulations. Congratulations. I just saw her on Instagram. She's lovely. Thank you, Rainbow Zen Kitty. Thank you. Thank you. I'll never do that again. Once is enough, Ron. You should write a book for the rest of us. It's not a perfect book. It wouldn't be a perfect book. There's been a lot of ups and downs, but we made it through. We made it through. Yeah, especially for a cop. Think about police. Police have the highest divorce rate of all professions. Police and firemen have the highest divorce rate. It's true. Widow, says Janet Williams, I am so sorry, and I'm sending you positive vibes your way. Australia has no death penalty, however. Hold on, let me see. Australia has no death penalty, however, they have never to be released. They have never been released. Congratulations. Thank you, Zelda. Ron, kick the kids out for the weekend. Good idea. Black Rose with the email. Thank you. Praying for a great anniversary. Thank you, Doris. Congrats, Ron. Your wife is very pretty. Loved the eye roll she gave you at your sister's house. Yes. She is. She's a character, that woman. I love her, though. Hours. Lisa says hours. I'm not really sure what that is referring to. I'm 55. You are 55 years married, or you're 55 years old? Married 35, but 55. Gotcha. I'm going to catch up to you next month. I'll be 55 next month. 56 next month for Sass. Sass. Loved my sister. My sister loves social media. She loves social media. I mean, so do I, but she loves it even more than me, if you can imagine that. Lisa saying for a divorce. Money, how much it costs, I don't know. It's cheaper to keep her. That's what they say. That's what I heard. You're a year older than my husband. I just turned 42. So you go for older men. Is that what you're saying? You like older men. Awesome. Thank you, iPhoto Core Pics. Thank you so much. Core Pics. I'm just calling you Picture Guy. To make things easier, you are now Picture Guy to me. Welcome in from India. Everybody check out the Picture Guy's channel. He's got a great channel. I've also been married for 40 years. Awesome, Zelda. Awesome. Paper Angel is laughing at me. I don't know why, but Sonia is laughing at me, and I allow that because I like her. She's awesome. Belinda's laughing at me too. So is Lisa. But I'm a little girl trapped in a woman's body. I don't want to grow up. You're like a Toys R Us kid. Is your wife Italian? Yes, she is Italian. We met online, did not share age or photos till 8 months in. Been married 19 years. Congratulations. 14 years for Lisa. Okay. I too am a widow. Actually came across your channel and noticed the name right away. My husband passed away 3 years ago. His name is Ron, and he had a gorgeous bald head that I adored. Mine's not gorgeous because it needs a shave right now. But love and light to you, and I'm sorry for your loss of your husband. It's not an easy thing to go through, as most of us have been around that. I personally don't know what it feels like, obviously, to lose a spouse, but you know, my dad, when he passed away, my mom and my stepmom were distraught, so I understand. But sending you positive vibes and love and light. So Honey Badger's here, everybody. Honey Badger's here. So good to see you, Honey Badger. So guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up. It's a little bit past 1 a.m., so I think I'm going to wrap this up. Guys, if you haven't checked out my website, go check it out. dutyron.com. You don't have to put the www in there. Go to my website, check out dutyron.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat, dutyron52. A lot of love and respect for all of you guys. Gavin, you're late to the party. I'm on my way out the door. Guys, I'm going to review the chat. Whatever messages were in there, if I deem them to be derogatory or not cool, I will I will block those people who put messages in the chat. So if anybody witnessed anything, any of my wrenches witnessed anything for me to look into, please send me an email or hit me up on a DM. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. So love and respect. Go subscribe to Joey BKLYN _67, please. If you guys want to be friends with me and do me a favor, I'll do anything for you guys. I answer all your questions. I try to give you the best I can. Do me a favor, please subscribe to Joey BKLYN _67 and my good friend Paper Angel ASMR. Sonia's awesome. Check out all the great ones: Black Rose, Matt Sully, Trevor, JP, Zelda, all the good ones in here. Just everybody have a subscribe party. Just check out what everybody's doing. So thank you so much for coming in. Starlight Karaoke, I appreciate you being in here. A lot of love and respect for each and every one of you. Remember, support your local law enforcement, support your military, and always say thank you to your nurses, doctors, and all of your healthcare professionals, because without them, we would be in big trouble. So let's say thanks to all of the first responders and all the people who lay their lives on the line for us, for our freedoms, so we can go about our day in a safe and orderly fashion. So peace and love from Duty Ron. Good night, everybody. Thank you for being in here. Thank you for being great friends. And have a great Friday. Tomorrow is Friday. Have a good Friday. Peace and love, guys.